fast to www.pastorpaulgold.com. Hey, have you taken a good look at the banks lately? On the surface, everything seems fine, but there's a whole lot more going on underneath. It's like looking under the hood of a car and finding a mess of broken wires and parts. The parts are loans for homes, cars, and those credit cards we all use. They're hitting record highs. It's kind of scary when you think about it. Why risk your money for a tiny 5% return when things are so shaky? This is where Noble Gold Investment can come in and help. They're like that friend who knows all about keeping money safe. They suggest gold and silver, oldies but goodies in the finance world. Plus, they got a sweet deal on this right here. 1/4 of an ounce gold standard coin. They'll give this to you for this month. 1/4 of an ounce of gold. Pretty cool, right? Well, if you're curious, just give them a call at 877-646-5347. It's just a chat, no pressure, and they'll help you figure out if gold and silver is right for you. Go visit them at www.pastorpaulgold.com and take the first steps toward a safer financial future.
The sun is currently exhibiting heightened activity not witnessed in nearly a decade. In less than 24 hours, 3 X-class solar flares, the most intense category on the flare intensity scale, were emitted by the sun. The third flare, the most potent among them, was deemed, quote, the most powerful flare since the great solar storms of September 2017. This is according to spaceweather.com. While solar flares of this magnitude can momentarily disrupt high-frequency radio signals on Earth, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's Space Weather Prediction Center dispelled any notion of a connection between the flares and the cell phone outages reported across the United States on Thursday. Quote, while solar flares can affect communication systems, radar, and the global positioning system based on the intensity of the eruption and the associated phenomena, it is highly unlikely that these flares contributed to the widely reported cellular network outages, the Space Weather Prediction Center said in a statement that was released on Thursday. Despite the recent heightened activity on the sun, it is improbable that the X-class flares will lead to outbursts of the aurora on Earth, UPI reported. The specific region on the sun that triggered the significant solar flares might produce more such events in the coming days. In a news release, the Mississippi National Guard confirmed the tragic loss of 2 guardsmen on Friday following a military helicopter crash currently under investigation. The AH-64 Apache helicopter, belonging to the National Guard, went down around 2 p.m. during what was described as a, quote, routine training flight near Booneville, Mississippi. Quote, both service members served at the Mississippi National Guard Army Aviation Support Facility 2, located in Tupelo, Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves said in a news conference on Saturday. National Guard Major General Jason D. Boyles said the incident is currently under investigation. Quote, today is a devastating day for the Mississippi National Guard as we mourn the loss of 2 of our brave brothers in arms, he said at the news conference CNN reported. U.S. President Joe Biden said in a statement Saturday that he is praying for those involved and that his administration is, quote, ready to provide any assistance needed. The underlying inflation in the United States likely increased in January, possibly marking the most significant rise in a year, according to the Federal Reserve's preferred metric. The Core Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, which excludes food and energy cost, is anticipated to show a 0.4% increase from the previous month. This would signify the second consecutive monthly acceleration in a metric that has generally declined over the past 2 years. On an annualized basis, both 3 and 6 month data would rebound to exceed 2% after having fallen below the Fed's target in December, Bloomberg reported. Federal Reserve officials have emphasized their cautious approach to reducing borrowing costs, indicating they will only consider such measures when they are confident in a sustained retreat of inflation.